I'm going to do an introduction. I'm just going to do an introductory prayer, and then we'll get started with an intro, and then go to our presenter. We're glad that you're here, whether it's in person or online. We'll tell you that this evening we're talking about this girl's story. I'm really looking forward to it. Dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity to meet together and talk about girl stories and learn kind of how this plays into each and every one of our lives and how important it is to let girls have voices. Thank you for watching over us and guiding us and bringing us through this very strict weather that we continue to have in Chicagoland. We ask that you watch over us and guide us and continue looking out for us in this world. Thank you all. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let Victoria get going.
Yeah, I'm Victoria. Welcome to A New Way. I am very excited to share with you our speaker tonight. But before I do that, just wanted to give you a heads up on our updated or our weeks that are coming soon. Next week is our Celebrate, but it's going to be a smaller celebration. It's actually on Good Friday, so whoever wants to come and join and have reflection and discussion about Good Friday with a small group, that's what we're doing. April 5th, we have a support night. It is the importance of estate planning. We have a speaker, attorney Pilara Henderson-Smith. She's going to help us realize and remember what those end-of-life documents need to be in order so we don't leave our family with all of the stuff. On April 12th, we have our Explore Night, and we are using the Bible Project videos to explore the Tanakh, which is the Bible's Old Testament, and Genesis, and we're going to watch those videos and talk about all the things that brings up. April 19th, we have Reform, and we are watching segments of a documentary called 13th, and it's about the history of racial inequality in the U.S. And then coming back to Connect on April 26th, we're going to be talking about using meditation to connect to our faith. So that's what's coming up. To do all the programs that we do here at A New Way, we can't require donations, but we do encourage them. We have a box here for those of you who are here, and we have on our website ways to go about that. We love bringing you guys the topics that we bring you, but we need your support as well. So, if you're here or watching, please check in with us. But now I want to introduce our speaker for the night. This is Beth Tomas, and she is the founder and leader and just paragon of This Girl's Story. She's going to hurt me for that. I happen to be on the board of the organization. It's a nonprofit, and she will tell you more about it, but it is impacting the future of women. And I will let her get to it.
I have been called a lot of things, but here we're not. I love you. So I am over 40, so the last thing I want to know. Hi, my name is Beth Tomas. My pronouns are she, her. Let me give you my little, when I go networking, my little elevator intro. And what I am the founder of This Girl's Story, and in short, what we do is we amplify girls' voices. And I will go through how we do that, but it's through a magazine that showcases content that's submitted by teens who identify as girls. And we do it literally worldwide, but we're here local in DuPage County. So with that, I'm going to tell you a little story about This Girl's Story. And this is the first time I've done it with a PowerPoint presentation, so I apologize in advance. So basically, we impact the future for women. That's what I'm here to talk about, and we're going to see how you can be part of the story. Okay, but let me tell you about us first. Our mission. So our mission is basically, our mission reads, and Victoria just went through that with us. It reads, we provide a platform for where teens who identify as girls can come and express themselves creatively. They can build real-life professional skills, and they can build confidence And our vision is that they will take them, they will learn to define their voice, they will take those skills and go on into the world and become strong, articulate, compassionate leaders. We are about changing the future so that we see a world where women's voices are not only heard, but they're respected, and that we represent our population in all facets of leadership, in every facet of society. So that's what we do, and we were started, I did this on purpose, on International Women's Day of 2022. So let me tell you a little bit about me, why I do this. Basically, I want to help girls tell their story. Okay, I was a scrappy kid with a lot to say, and I was constantly told to be quiet. I was constantly shushed. I was constantly ignored. I was constantly just, you're too much. And I took that into heart, and I became silent, so silent that when I grew up and I got pregnant with my first child, I was told to hide that pregnancy because it didn't fit with the mission of the organization I worked for at the time. And I was told by a woman, which is really sad. I don't want that for any person who identifies as woman in this world. And so my idea is to bring that about. You start with the girls while they're starting to just kind of determine where they want to go in life. Although if you told me when I was 15 years old that I was going to be publishing a magazine like this in my 50s, I wouldn't believe it. But we are where we are. My story is like I have a background in graphic design, and when I was freelancing, my favorite thing to do was book covers. I also happened to be a parent of a child that wanted to be a writer and an artist. And I also happened to be a Girl Scout leader. So I thought, let's help girls publish their books, because I got a kid that wants to be a writer. So let's do that. And I'm a Girl Scout, so I'll do their book covers. But then I realized, I'm a Girl Scout leader? I got to teach them to do it for themselves. Because Girl Scouts is go led and go determined. And it's a leadership training program. You'll find a lot of similarities with this girl story and Girl Scouts. Very heavily influenced. Let's see. So time went by. Like everybody, I was busy. I had a family that I was raising. I had a job. I didn't really know how to start this thing, so years passed, and then all of a sudden, COVID. So this is actually a silver lining of COVID for me. I lost my job, both my jobs, on my birthday in 2020. Yay! So what happened was I all of a sudden had time on my hands, and I knew about a mastermind group, and I knew about ways that I could get. I said, let me start working on this girls. It wasn't that at the time. Originally, it wanted to be a place to publish books for girls, but as time went by, publishing books became, let's do a magazine. Give more girls an opportunity to express themselves. The mission broadened from just publishing their stories to amplifying girls' voices, preparing them for the future, building that confidence so they could go on, become those leaders, and change the world. So how do we do that? We publish a magazine, like I said. And really, we publish a magazine. This is the providing the platform part of our mission. We want to publish as many girl stories as we can. Okay, we don't want to say no. We have a theme. The only time we might ever say no is because it doesn't fit the theme. But I'm going to tell you a little funny story. That kid that I said wants to be an author, well, they grew up and they decided to be an artist. They're going to be a comic artist, so they're still going to write stuff. And they were in a class in college just before they turned 20. And their best friend and roommate was in that class with them, and they were required to be published for their class. And so they went, hey, let's get published in my mom's magazine. She publishes anything. Like, that's a bad thing. And I'm like, well, you know what, Val? That's the point. We don't want to turn anybody away that has a story to share because there's so much that can happen, and so much good thing. And I forgot to say my Good Life platform thing. Anyway, I want to share this quote. This is one of the girls on the team. I think it's cool when you submit something to a magazine and it gets accepted. It makes you happy, and there's a sense of accomplishment. It is a feel-good thing. When my mom died, I went through some papers. My mom liked to write, but, she just puttered around with it. I found a letter from 17 magazine from around the time I was born. And it was a rejection letter. We're sorry, Mrs. Felix. This isn't quite the story we're looking for this magazine. So when you take it, that's a chance you take when you submit something to be published. So there's, to get published, that is a feel-good moment. That builds your confidence. It builds your confidence. But you know what else it does? When we go on through life, when these girls graduate from high school or college, whether they go to college or they go into the work world, having yourself published on your resume shows an initiative. You took that chance to go and get yourself published. Not only does it build your confidence, but it says something about you. And we love that we have that opportunity. We get to provide that opportunity for the girls. And so this magazine, another opportunity that this magazine is actually produced by these teen girls. We have 11 girls representing 4 states and 2 countries on our team. We meet digitally through Zoom. We do everything digitally. Our magazine is digital. And so this is the providing real life professional skills part of the mission. Okay, these girls determine the themes, and they do it a year in advance. We're going to meet on Sunday. They're going to determine spring 2025 patient theme. It is themed for every quarter that we publish. And they not only do they determine the themes, but they'll write the overview, they'll write the prompts, and give girls ideas. What's really, really cool is that people don't always follow those prompts. And one of the favorite things that you ask anybody on the team, they'll tell you is like, oh my gosh, the different ways that people interpret the theme. Okay, our summer magazine is Nostalgia and Memories, and we just had an art show, and we did it with Nostalgia and Memories. Gee, could you think we might want to publish some of that art in our magazine this summer? Yeah, we do. What was really cool though is, you hear nostalgia, people have nostalgia for the past, but one of the things, this is really powerful, I'm trying not to cry. A girl submitted 25 plus 33 is 70, I don't know, 58. If you add, do math, you stop crying. I don't know if it works. This girl submitted a ceramic piece, it was a bowl, and it was called Dust. And she said, this is not nostalgia for the past. This is nostalgia for a future we may never have. We don't get climate change in control. I'm like, girls don't hold back. Okay? I always, people say, what are these girls talking about? Well, watch the news. This is what they're talking about. So they got, she hasn't submitted it yet, but I hope she does because I want to publish that. That's a powerful thing. So the next thing that happens when someone submits a story, it is assigned to one of the girls on the team, and then that girl becomes the face of this girl's story for that contributor from the time that they are received to the time that they're published. So they will make sure that it fits the theme, and if it doesn't, we will look at future themes coming up and see if it fits in that way. And if it doesn't, we will go back, and by we, I mean the editor assigned to it. They will go back and they will talk to the contributor and say, talk to me more about this. How are you thinking this was fitting with the theme? And they will help them. Okay, so we will do everything we can to help you shine the light on your story. That's what we're all about, because we want you to have that feel-good feeling. Okay, so then review the content, they edit it. We honor the voice. We never change and say you should say it this way. If it's something that's hard to understand, or often we'll say, hey, can you clarify what this means? And we put it back in the author's hand so that their voice is honored. We only change glaring typos. Okay. So other things that the girls do is that they lay out the magazine. It's really funny when you do this digitally. You don't. It's not like a traditional magazine when you have a table and you're laying all the stories out with links. That's really hard to do in Zoom. Help you here. We literally use a spreadsheet to organize our stories, and the girls determine the order of the stories, what stories go together, and I'm the one who has the software. So they tell me what to do. I plunk the stories in, and then they go and look and say, well, this needs to go here, this needs to go there. You know, we could just a little bit of an embellishment, maybe a color block over here. And this is the discussion that goes on with the team. So it is, I'm just kind of the person who, you know, I guess I'm like, I'm a Tesla car. You just tell me what to do and I'll drive where you want me to go. So one of the really important things, the most important thing I think that the team does is they write a blog on a weekly basis. Okay. This is the only thing that is not required to follow a theme. This is whatever the girls on the team. They have drawn the line in the sand. There are no guest bloggers. It's their thing. They claimed it. They don't want to let other people come play in the same team. But every week they write, and they write about whatever they want. And it can be anything from fangirl. It could be from, you know, memories, some random thoughts. We had somebody talk about how they loved the color pink, and they had an experience where they tried on these pink shoes, and it reminded them that, oh my God, I love being a princess. You know, something like that. To a girl writing about a hard lockdown because somebody came to her school with them. You know, so it's all, and we had to put sugar warning on that. But we had that, so those are the types of things, you know, it's all over the place. It is a platform of creative expression. And what's really cool about this too, this blog, is that they edit it every week. And yeah, they edit typos, yeah, there's all the people are editing things. But what they're also doing is they are highlighting sentences that, wow, that's a really powerful sentence. I really resonate with this. Oh my gosh, I love how you ended this blog. Thank you for writing this blog. It is so important, and I'm so glad that, you know, you were so brave to share. You know, we had all kinds of things every week, and I tell the girls, I say, never delete it. You can go and delete the typo changes. They tell you, don't delete these, because you can always go back on a bad day and say, hey, I did that, and this is what somebody thought about it. It's a feel-good moment. What I also like about it is that they're learning in a professional environment how to be a team and not to be cutthroat with each other. There's no clamoring over who's the best writer. There's no clamoring of, you know, no, I'm going to do this and that. They're supporting each other. They are a family. And when somebody new comes on the team, you're just a new member of the family. And I like this because they're going to carry this into adulthood. So blog is probably the most important thing. And you know what? It's free to sign up. I have people over there. We have done a couple of workshops. We're kind of working how that does, but this is another way that they learn. They get professional skills. They get to go. They get to determine what the workshop's going to be about. They plan it. They make up. They do the presentation, and then they present it. So they get their public speaking skills developed. Down the road, we hope to have a public speaking team, probably by the end of this decade, before the end of this decade. So, and another way that they do get those in-person speaking skills is by joining us with in public events. Sometimes we've gone into a school and one of the girls on the team has come with me to talk with a group in the school and say, hey, this is what the experience is like. This past January, we were invited to something called a No Shush Salon. It's in the library, and it's the No Shush. It's a salon, but it's in the sense that you have scheduled performers, but it's also a open mic, so other people can come in. So our girls came in, and 4 of them came. Some of them came online, and some of them, we made it a hybrid event. We asked them to do that, and they did that. So kind of, I think, I did some groundbreaking work here. But they went and they performed, and they were well received. So it was, and yeah, Victoria, you were there, and Victoria read. So these are the kind of things that our team does. This is what we're all about, is giving them experience. So how can you help? There's a lot of things that you can do. So let's start with providing them an audience. Subscribe to our magazine. It's $25 a year. You get 4 issues that come straight into your email box. It's digital, so you don't have to worry about filling trays. You don't have to worry about trying to find spaces for old issues. You got it. Okay. Then sign up for our blog. That comes to your inbox every week. It is also our newsletter. The blog is the feature of it, but you'll get updates on what's going on. There's a calendar that tells you what we're doing, and there's links to everything is visual. I'm a graphic designer. I don't want to sit and read a lot. I want you to read the blog, so I'll just give you pictures, pretty pictures to click on for information. That's in there, and then come to our events. Like I said, we had this art show. We're going to be doing a couple of pop-up art shows. We'll have some speaking events. Down the road. So come in and provide that audience for girls. Okay. Become an ambassador, which is really easy. We have a folder on our drive. Everything is done in Google Drive at this Girl Story. We have a folder where you can download and print or email anything. If you have somebody that you think might be interested in submitting to the content of the magazine, go ahead and share that with them. Share the opportunity to be on the team. We have some little things. I'm a queen of QR codes because it's easy. We have little things. I hand this out for people who are interested in submitting to the magazine, submitting content. Gives you the information when it's due, what the theme is, and where you can submit your content. We have a free sample of our digital magazine. Yes, you can go and check out and see what we do before you buy. So it's got this cute little QR code. This is great if you're talking to somebody about it and they already got the idea of what, like I would give this to you tonight. Say, go look at our magazine. But then Victoria did this for us. Thank you, Victoria. It's a bookmark. Of course we should have a bookmark. And this is a bookmark that tells the story of this girl's story. So it just goes into a little bit more of an overview. It's a way to share what we do, how you can get involved. You've got the QR code for our website. You've got the QR code for the free magazine, and we are a nonprofit organization. So if somebody wants to donate, we got a QR code that you can go and donate. So that's one of the ways you can help. And then connect us. Are you connected with people who are educators? Do you know we give free subscription to educators? So connect us with educators. If any of you are an educator, let me know, and I will argue through you for our library. Supportive businesses that might, help, provide a place, maybe in-kind donations, or maybe have a foundation that they use to donate to people. Personal connections are the most effective. I get a lot of people saying, hey, have you tried this? And I've tried everything. I've tried everything. I can't even get into schools because they can't get past the firewalls. They look, if I cold call somebody, I'm just a vendor to them. Okay, so a personal connection. If there's like, hey, I know this person who's a librarian at, Naperville Library. Let me connect you with that person. That is a wonderful way to help support us get our mission accomplished. Let us know about places where we can go and have a display, where we can go and speak about our organization. Any in-person kind of things where we can talk to people and answer questions. Follow us on social media. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on LinkedIn. We have business pages on all of those. Like, comment, follow, or like, comment, and share if you're so inclined. If you see a post on our social media that you think somebody would be interested in knowing about, tag them. You don't even have to write some, they always say, you should write at least 4 words. Tag them. Because now everybody in your audience sees what you just did and sees what we're doing, and now everybody in their audience sees what we're doing. Yeah. Really easy to be an ambassador. Really easy. Another way you can do this, we are a nonprofit organization. Become a financial supporter. Of course, you can donate. We like monthly donations because it helps us budget. Whether you donate $10 or $100, $10 a month can help us reach 1,000 girls. The more a month, the higher that number goes, the higher the number of girls we can reach does. Grants. Are you in a field where you know people of grant opportunities? If you see, oh hey, we're looking, I literally just applied for a grant through AARP. What does it have to do with teenagers? Nothing. But I'm over 50 and I started a nonprofit, and what more people can get that? Somebody told me about that.
We did.
But I, so I'm just, you know, if you know opportunities, you know, share those with us. Your connections. Who is it that you know? Do you know a business that wants to support teens who identify as girls and amplifying girls' voices? Connect us with them. You know, do you work with somebody who matches employee donations? You sign up and you make a donation. Say, hey, I just made this donation. Do you want to do this? Oh, I'm making this $25 a month donation. Do you want to make a $25 a month donation? So make sure if your employer does that, you know, that's where you can help. And then we have what we call our donor liaisons. If you sign up to donate, particularly on a monthly level, and you know somebody else is going to love what we're doing, ask them if they'll sign up and donate on a monthly level. We are looking at ways to reward that. We're still a small organization, but we're looking at ways to reward that down the road. So right now, our biggest challenge is how unknown we are. We have a worldwide reach. We have published from 8 different countries. We had an event where the first girl that signed up to participate in it was from Sri Lanka. And then girls representing 6 more countries signed up, or 5 more countries, because there's 6 countries total, signed up for that event. We have such a small local audience, and we have such a small audience, just period. We need more people to see so that these girls can hear, because girls have important things to say. And I say that our worldwide reach takes all girls beyond their community, but our local outreach brings the world to our home. So thank you for your time.